For this video, we're just going to work on identifying the angle pairs using all that vocab that we learned in the intro video. So we are given the information that x is parallel to y, and if for some reason that's not in your note packet, go ahead and write that in. We also can go ahead and mark our parallel lines. So x is parallel to y. And so what we're looking at is, just like with all the other examples, we've got a transversal. So you always want to identify your transversal. So here's the transversal, and then your two coplanar lines are these running right here. And then just like we saw in the intro video, this gives us 8 different angles, and these 8 angles, when paired together, fall under these categories. So we're just going to go down the list and identify each type of angle. We're going to start with our alternate interior angles. So alternate, remember, tells us it's on alternate or opposite sides of our transversal, and interior tells us that these are the inside angles. So if you look at our inside angles right here, our interior, we want to find the angle pairs that are alternate and interior. So let's take a look at first angle 4. And we're looking for a pair of angles. So angle 4 and another angle will be alternate interior with each other. So angle 4, I can't pair it up with angle 3 because those are in the same grouping of angles. We need one from this group and one from this group. So angle 4, it can't pair with angle 5 because that's on the same side of the transversal. So angle 4 and angle 6. It almost looks like they're diagonal from each other. So angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate interior. Also, angle 3 will be an alternate interior angle with angle 5. So as you're writing these in, make sure that you are looking at the figure and recognizing visually what these angle pairs look like for each of these classifications that we're going through. All right, alternate exterior. So that means alternate sides of the transversal and exterior. So we're looking at our outside angles here. So we can start with angle 1. Angle 1 is an alternate exterior angle pair with, now it can't be with angle 2 because those are in the same group of angles. So we need either 8 or 7, and we need the one that's on the alternate side of the transversal. So that's going to be angle 7. So angle 1 and angle 7 go together. And then if you look at angle 2 is going to go with angle 8. So for your alternate interior and your alternate exterior, you have 2 pairs of angles for each of those. Next we have corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles that the pair that you pair up, one is an interior, one is an exterior, and they're on the same side of the transversal. So I'm going to start with angle 1. Angle 1 is right here, and that's an exterior angle, so I need an interior angle on the same side of the transversal, and you want it to come from our other grouping of angles. So angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. You also could think of those as being angles that are in the same position, if that makes sense. Angle 2, what do you guys think angle 2 is going to go with? Look for, that's an exterior angle, so we need an interior angle on the same side of the transversal, so it's going to go with angle 6. And for corresponding angles, there's actually 4 pairs that we can come up with. Angle 4 is corresponding with angle 8, so take a look at that and make sure that that makes sense. And then angle 3 is corresponding with angle 7. Alright, now let's look at our same side interior and same side exterior angles. So let's look at the picture again. Same side interior, so here's our interior angles, and we're looking for angles that are on the same side. So angles 4 and 5 are same side interior, and angles 3 and 6 are same side interior. And what that tells us, your same side interior angles are supplementary to each other. So we can say that angle 4 is supplementary to angle 5. And then we also can say that angle 3 is supplementary to angle 6. So those are same side of the transversal and interior. Same side exterior, so let's look at the picture again. So we're looking at our exterior angles that are on the same side of this transversal. So angle 1 and angle 8 go together, and angle 2 and angle 7. Those are same side exterior, or SSE. And those angles are supplementary to each other as well. So we'll say angle 1 is supplementary to angle 8, and then angle 2 is supplementary to angle 7. Alright, so just a couple more to talk about over here on the right. We've got our linear pairs and our vertical angles. So linear pair tells us that the angles are supplementary and side by side. So we can look at angle 1 and angle 2 as a linear pair. You can see that they are side by side, and those are along the straight line, so those are going to be supplementary. Also, and you can kind of work your way around this group of angles. 1 and 2 are supplementary, 2 and 3. So angle 2 and angle 3 are supplementary in a linear pair. We could say angle 3 and angle 4. And we also can say angle 4 and angle 1. So linear pair, always supplementary. And those angles will be side by side with each other. So there's 4 of them. There actually are 4 more because that was just the first grouping of angles. So the second grouping, we would say, let's see, angle 5 and angle 6 are supplementary and linear pair. Angle 6 and angle 7. Angle 7 and angle 8. And then angle 8 and angle 5. So those are your linear pairs. You've got 8 of those, kind of a lot. Alright, your vertical angles. Vertical angles, if you remember, are angles that come from intersecting lines and they're across or opposite from each other. So we're only going to have 4 pairs of these. Our vertical angles are angle 1 and angle 3. If you see how they are across from each other, formed by those intersecting lines. Also angle 2 and angle 4. And then we've got 2 pairs down in the bottom set. Angle 5 is vertical with angle 7, and then angle 6 and angle 8. So linear pairs, we have 8 of them, and vertical angles we have 4. And then just remember, vertical angles will always be not supplementary like a linear pair, but always be congruent. And now that we've gone through identifying the pairs, there's just some questions here that we should fill in that will help you out when you're looking at doing some of our proofs. So, which type of angles can prove parallel lines? Alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding, same side interior, and same side exterior. All of those can be used to prove that you have parallel lines. Which angles cannot prove that you have parallel lines? That's going to be the linear pair and your vertical angles. And these can't be used to prove that you have parallel lines because linear pairs are supplementary no matter what. And what that means is, you know, when you look at let's say you have 2 lines that are not parallel with a transversal cutting through, your linear pairs will still be supplementary. It doesn't matter if these lines are parallel or not. And same thing goes with vertical angles, will always be congruent even if these coplanar lines are not parallel to each other. So you can't use linear pairs and vertical angles to prove that you have parallel lines.